Hi there, it's Marianne here from Revealing Light Tarot, Astrology and Spirituality. How are you all? Wherever you are in the world when you're watching, a huge shout out to you. Hadn't planned on coming on today, but we've had some pretty big, events that I know are linked to the conjunction between the North Node, Uranus, and Mars. So I talked about explosive kind of events occurring, and I think we've had that criteria filled with climate change, natural disasters in Kentucky, the floods, which took, I think, around 37 lives last time I looked. We've now had news that not only in America was the Secret Service texts deleted, but also the Department of Homeland Security, and now the Department of Defense, the Pentagon. So remember, the Trump installed Chris Miller. So it's looking more and more like the reasons why the National Guard weren't there on time, that there was so much lag time there, which allowed the coup plotters, the seditious rioters, to gain access into the Congress, may have been part of a broader conspiracy. We kind of already knew that. We're now just waiting for evidence to drop. So the Judiciary Committee in the Senate, Durbin, has written to Merrick Garland to ask him to investigate why texts have disappeared. So we've got that. One of the big ones is that Manchin, the rogue senator from where is he from? Is he from Wisconsin? Has backed the climate change tax bill, Biden's climate change tax bill. The unknown element there is Kyrsten Sinema. So I want to look at Will Sinema's support. She's been very quiet on that. And finally, the big news for in my region, or the big worry in my region, was the Speaker of the House visit to Taiwan. Now, why is it so controversial? Why is there such a, hoo-ha about this? Well, some of you may not be aware of the One China policy, which Australia and US support. Let me just quickly read it to you, because we're talking about facts here, and we're talking about diplomacy, and we're talking about tensions flaring. China now will hold what it calls military operation drills in the Taiwan Straits from August the 4th to the 7th as a result of the Nancy's visit, using live ammunition. So here's our tinderbox. Here's our critical issue here, and it's particularly worrying for Australians because we're not that far from China and Taiwan. But back to the One China policy. The United States and Australia also recognises the One China policy, recognises that the People's Republic of China is the sole legal government of China, but only acknowledges the Chinese position that Taiwan is a part of China. So Taiwan is a part of China, okay? That's what the One China policy is. Thus, the United States maintains formal relations with the People's Republic of China and has unofficial relations with China. The One China policy has subsequently been reaffirmed by every new incoming US administration. So it's kind of like hedging the bets, recognising Taiwan as part of China, but also recognising Taiwan has a right to sovereignty. Recognising Taiwan as part of China and maintaining unofficial relations with Taiwan has kept peace in the Taiwan Straits for decades and decades, going back to Reagan's time. So this is why there is this tension. A lot of people just think that China is flexing its muscles, and indeed it is. But this is because this is, in a way, unprecedented. So we'll have a look at what those supposed military operations are going to be, whether or not they hopefully won't be the spark that ignites something further. Okay, because once Pelosi leaves Taiwan, the Taiwanese then have to deal with the Chinese. So would America come to Taiwan's rescue? I don't know. Would Australia? No. I think our foreign minister, I don't know. But our foreign minister, Penny Wong, has come out and said, we support the One China policy. We want basically a diplomatic solution here. All right, let's get started with the first question. Let's go to the tax bill. Manchin supporting the tax bill. Okay. Manchin supporting the tax bill. So will Kirsten Sinema, the Democratic senator to Arizona, support the tax bill? She's been very, very silent. Tax and climate change. Let's have a look. Will Kirsten Sinema support? There's a triangle here. So yes, she is being courted by the Republicans. She feels she is part of that triangle. So like Manchin, they have an agenda of their own. Okay. Will Sinema, let's just look at the cards. Will Sinema support Biden's climate change tax bill? The world card, endings and beginnings. It's a fairly strong yes card. And we've got the Eight of Wands. So there's going to be a quickness. She might even announce something today. We've got the Four of Wands here. That's my card for the Democrats. It's actually a celebrationary card. And we've got Justice in the Past. That's interesting. Justice in the Past. Justice in the Past. She has a bill also that she's trying to get through on reproductive health. This is the jockeying that they do behind the scenes. Queen of Pentacles in the sky. This is the businesswoman. She's very much like that. It's been rumoured that she may be talking to those big corporate interests that we associate with Republicans' membership. So we've got that in the sky. Now, the immediate future is there is 3 cups lost and 1 cup given. This is a difficult card. So she might come out and say she wants changes, for example. We have the King of Pentacles in the here and now. Wow, again, a lot of pentacles. That's the business card. That's the oligarch. And the environment around is guardrails. So this is also just going a bit deeper. People are tired of big business getting away with not paying tax. So she's conscious of that. Now, hopes and fears, we've got miracles and wish fulfillment. Yeah, I think she is. This is the Fool card. The world, endings and beginnings, crossed by the Eight of Wands. And we've got the Fool card, which as I see it is a yes in the outcome. We also have the Magician, manifestation, 2 yes cards. We also have carrying. It's not going to get an easy passage through. I think she's going to want changes. But by the time it does get through, I think abundance. Yeah, she's going to want some changes, I think. But ultimately, I think she will support. Maybe right, maybe wrong. She's having to defend herself against moneyed interests coming in. Yes, there was just an orb that floated there, but we've got circles of support and celebration. Many see her as the spy in the camp type person, not a real Democrat, having a foot in both camps. We've got Biden here. So, he may directly intervene and give her what she wants in some way, do some negotiation with her, though I do feel that ultimately in the end she does, but I think we're going to hear she wants some changes to that bill. Anyway, I got 3 yes cards. Well, 2 yes cards, but I feel it's going to take some work to get her vote. Ultimately, I feel she gives it. All right. I may be right, maybe wrong. Let's see. All right, let's look at the Department of Defense. Department of Defense, the Homeland Security, the Secret Service. Will those texts, communications, emails, can they get a record of them? Now, I thought they might be able to resurrect some. I've heard experts confirming that intuition, and I've heard other experts say no. Let's just ask again. All right, okay, now let's pull up. Let's just ask, was all of this deletion, wiping part of a conspiracy? Whoa. The Hierophant, the courts, the government. Was this a conspiracy, part of a conspiracy to hide a potential crime? Was this a conspiracy to hide a potential crime? It just goes so much deeper. Now we have the Five of Pentacles. I don't know why that's like people being left out in the cold. It's loss of some sort. Crossed by the Devil. These are really, really bad cards. So what this is pointing to is that those people who were responsible in those responsible positions were actually part of that toxicity. And I still come back to, I think somebody's been paid off. The Chariot. Okay, so this is just going to grow, get a life of its own, move very, very quickly. The Fool card in the past, the new start. Perhaps they weren't expecting things to unfold the way they unfolded, and they took those risks. But I have the Queen of Cups in the sky, so something's going to be revealed to us. She takes the lid off something. We're going to get a revelation. Oh yeah, and another queen, the Queen of Wands. I think both the DOJ and the January 6th committee is not going to give up. They're going to get the evidence one way or another is what I'm feeling. And I just feel there was like monetary interests involved. Like this is the oligarchy. And I'm not talking about in Russia. I'm talking about in America. Two of Wands, something coming to fruition in time. We're going to find out. We're going to get the evidence. And we're also going to get somebody was paid off. The Tower card in the hopes and fears. Oh, so the January 6th committee and the DOJ, the grand jury, they're gonna go at this now. The outcome card is the partisanship. And so those people in those positions were supporting this attempt from Trump to overturn an election. We've got the end of partisanship too. So here's the undercurrent that's running through this reading. We're getting to the kernel. We're busting open that to reveal what needs to be revealed and bring it to a close. So the abuse of power, the death card, the end of partisanship. More and more you're getting those that are giving evidence, and you're going to move away from that very dark period through bringing this evidence to light. Now, at the base of the pack, we have withholding. We have my card for the Democrats, and we have justice. Justice and complete and utter downfall. So if I was a betting person, I had to place a bet on the DOJ and the January 6th committee, doesn't matter who, getting this evidence, or both, getting this evidence of what happened, why there was that huge period of time when no help came, and the deletion of the text. That evidence is going to emerge. And those that need to be brought to justice will be brought to justice. Now, let's go to the Taiwan, China. Tensions escalating. Will Pelosi be safe? Yeah, I think that she will. the Taiwanese be safe in the long run? I'm not so sure about that. So let's see. Let's go to the Pacific. Our doorstep, Australia's doorstep, the Taiwan, China tensions, conflicts escalating. What's going to occur within the next couple of weeks, please? Will the tensions between China and Taiwan escalate? Ooh, so we've got a show of strength. Pelosi showed, people perceive that as strength, showed strength. I would have preferred diplomacy, a diplomatic approach. China is now showing strength, or going to show strength. However, we have the Six of Swords, so let's hope negotiations. Biden and the White House, Biden military advised against Pelosi going. They didn't want her to go at this time. It would have been better astrologically to delay that visit and go at a later date. However, she didn't. She went. It looks like, from what I can perceive, that negotiations might suspend things. The Hanged Man, it might break through that rhetoric, the escalation of the rhetoric. Let's keep going. Now we have here the Seven of Swords. So China's, I guess, need to take Taiwan's sovereignty away is always there. In fact, some see it escalating and perhaps going quicker. Now we have the Nine of Cups. I'm liking these cards. I was very worried last night. Very worried. We've had in Australia some pretty close shaves with China as a result of our alliance with the US. We had a warship off the western coast of our country just recently, a Chinese warship. We also had a Chinese plane releasing metal fragments in front of our Air Force planes, which actually could have resulted in the downing of our plane. Due to our pilot skill, we were able to land the plane. But this has all happened fairly recently. We've got the High Priestess in the future, so we're not done with it yet. It's a matter of timing. So the High Priestess, I really don't like it when she turns up. This is around something being revealed, something that we're not seeing just yet. So we've got the heartbreak. We've got the Three of Swords, heartbreak here, betrayal, divorcing, a breaking up of something, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles, a new start. God, it's like a roller coaster ride. It's like just when I see the positiveness, I see something that maybe will come from left field. Now, in the hopes and fears, we've got review. So, we're encouraging both China and the US to dial down the rhetoric and get in across the table. Now, our outcome card is the Tower. Our outcome card is the Tower. That's not what I wanted to see. There are going to be attempts to try and dampen down this escalation. It's going to be a bit like a roller coaster. But I also have the Four of Wands. So that's clarifying the Tower card. So we could be in the Tower at the moment. And then we have the abuse of power as well. So up and down is what I'm seeing. King of Wands, that's a courageous, your Congress could get involved in some way, pass a resolution to support Taiwan. It's not, well, okay. Base of the pack, good cards. We've got the Tower there, and we've got the Four of Cups. It's not going to go all our way. There's going to be a bit of a roller coaster ride. I mean, I'll read on it again, but ultimately I think it's going to be managed in the right way. I hope so. It's a volatile time. Now, I promised a deep dive on Putin. I'll do that next time. next time I needed to come to the table and just look at what was occurring. So we do have the Tower card. We do have some good cards, though. So all is not lost. It's a very, very, very volatile situation. Okay, let's hope cooler heads prevail. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.